You know what I would do if I would want to have a whole bunch of people, maybe millions of people, maybe billions of people to listen to me, to follow my rules? You know, the first thing that I would do is to make them disconnect with themselves. To make them disconnect with themselves. So, how would I do that? So they don't trust themselves and start trusting something outside of themselves. In the second part, I would be that part of outside of themselves. But in the first part, I would make them disconnect. I would bring them to schools where they start to believe that they are worthy depending on the scores that I say are worthy. And every time they think it's not, I will discipline them. I will give them bad grades and their parents will discipline them. I will make them believe that love is delusional and that fear is the only truth, that you have to watch the news, and in the news, like in the second part, I will make them believe that what we say is the only way to be safe. If you don't listen to the news every day, then you will not be safe. And I already instill that in the schools to make them believe like, okay, I am not worthy, I don't know nothing. Every time I want to have a free will or I say my things, I get yelled at, I get exiled. So I have to listen what others say, because now I believe that otherwise I will not belong, I will not be loved. And also from a young age, make them believe that if they don't do the things that you now want them to do, later they won't be happy. The only way to be happy later, to be successful later, what's happiness, is to listen what we're saying on schools, on the news, and follow everything that we're doing. So everything that you want yourself, that's not the truth. That's not what you're here for, and it's gonna bring you in ways, and it's gonna you're gonna end up in ways and in lives where you're gonna be deeply unhappy and alone. And you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be alone. So we're gonna make you believe that your voice, your intuition, your body, that's bullshit. So you stop listening to your own body. You get so confused. Now you don't know where you have to listen to. Then we say in the next phase, yeah, but the government has everything for you. We will help you with schools. We will help you listen to the news. And everything is fear-based. Because if you provoke that fear instead of love, we will keep you disconnected from your body and you will start looking for safety outside of yourself. And we will keep using the news to choose where you have to believe in, to choose what you hate today, to choose what you love tomorrow. We will do that for you. Then I will add something else, because what is one thing? You have your identity, you want to be close to that, and now your identity is not what you really want, or who. Now your identity is not tied anymore. This is the biggest thing we want to be. The thing that your ego wants to be. The thing that your ego doesn't want to lose is your identity. He holds on to that. Think about this. If somebody always thinks you're the helper, you're the best, you're always here, and one time they say like, oh, that's different. I didn't expect this from you. Normally you're always here. And you feel like, oh no, they think I'm not a helper anymore. And you'll do everything to prove again that you're the helper. So they know that. They're like, okay, instead of your identity, be something that you really want to be, because now you think that's not worthy and that's dangerous and that's crazy. Don't be yourself. We're gonna tie your identity to things that's useful for us, being the helper, having good grades. And every time you do something to help others instead of yourself, you're good. Every time you do something for yourself or you see others do that, we say you're selfish. You're selfish. You don't want kids, you're selfish. Oh, she only thinks of herself. Oh, she takes time only for herself. We act like that they are the bad guys, so you won't act like that, you know? Then the first thing, now we have your identity. You want to stay close to your identity. You don't want to be selfish. You don't want to be the bad guy because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be exiled and you don't want to end up alone. Then the second thing is, but what is even deeper than your identity? Oh yeah, the government. We trust the government. The news, we will tell you what to do. And if you don't listen to the news, we'll take another route. Religions, we will use religions. I'm not saying religions are bad, first of all, because I myself, I believe in a lot of things, and I think there are, let's not go deeper into what I think about religions, because I can make a full podcast about that. So if you want it, let me know. If you want that, I can do that for you, but not, this would be too long. But they use religions, they use your God, and now there are rules. And it's not only you, it's something higher of you. And what do you want to do if you don't believe in yourself and you're stuck and you don't have answers? You're always in your head, what am I gonna do to be safe? You need something higher than you to tell you what to do. Now your religion says what makes you good, what makes you bad. You get even further from yourself. Because even if you would want to change your identity, you would be in danger, and not only in this world and later not be happy, but in another world, in heavens or hell. So yeah, if I would want to help people, if I want to have a big crowd, if I want to make a big crowd listen to me, I would first make them disconnect with their bodies fully. Then I would start to use higher forces to make I would first make them disconnect with their body fully. Then I would instill fear on such a level that they cannot go back to love because fear is taking over. And then I would guide the way with things that are higher than themselves, so they get stuck in a whole cycle. And once you want to get out of that, you will feel like you're crazy. It's so difficult to get out of that. There are people awakening, of course, of the whole illusion that's going on, but it's not easy. So what would I do to get out of it if I'm stuck in that? First of all, what I would do is find ways to connect back to my body. First of all. Then I would start isolating me from everything. It's like a break. Isolate yourself from the news, from everything, from the people around you, from everybody because it's not only the news and everybody, it's like a whole society who's now programmed. And if it's not the news, then the people around you who say like you're selfish, because everybody's programmed. That's the truth. I would isolate myself. Then I would start finding ways to connect back with my body. And once I've done that, I start releasing everything that's not fitting me anymore and start looking for proof that this was not true. This was not true. I would do those 3 things. I would start with those 3 things. And then everything will follow. Yeah. This was a short one. But yeah. Hope it helped.